There we go. Sorry about that. All right. They did not post the drafter in the watch party thread yesterday, so I'm trying to see if any of them happen to have it to give to me. But given the time of day, I'm not hopeful. Thank you, Dakota. Welcome. I might get the link after all. We'll see. What's up, Dakota? I heard this. I have not looked into the series yet, but I've heard it's a good one, so should have some fun. How's the music volume, by the way? Is it too loud? I know getting it just right can be challenging. There we go. Good. I had to turn it down on YouTube to like almost like extremely low, but not all the way, and it's hard to get it exactly where I want it. All right, I finally got the draft link. Here we go. Da, 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 da. I want to make sure it looks correct. Other than this part, which I am too dumb to figure out how to fix. I know there must be a way, but I can't be bothered. So, all right, is it not? Is the stream stuck? What's going on here? Do I have the wrong page on? No. Okay, there we go. It's just taking forever. Okay. No, sometimes the stream lags on my phone, which is annoying, but that's okay. And I'm not dropping frames, right? No? Okay, we're good. All right, we'll go ahead and get into it. It is going to be Team OTT on blue for game 1 and Team Win in Rome on red. Ari, first pick for OTT. Solid first pick. IMO. Fits well into a lot of comps. You know, it's just a very solid. Doesn't really have any particularly terrible matchups. Just a very solid champion. And Yasuo counterpick, or Yasuo pick immediately into it. Okay, I mean, that is one of the better matchups, but you could play it as Ari if you're good. So, Yasuo Wukong, okay. Then Karma Corki, very strong early game bot lane for OTT. And Senna Seraphine, classic cringe bot lane here for Win in Rome. Be interested to see which one's the carry and which one's the support. I assume it's carry Seraphine. I know their ADC likes a lot of mage bots. Then Trundle Maokai. Okay, interesting. I guess you could swap those around as much as you want. Really could go either one with either role. And then Set last pick 4 Win in Rome. I do like that. I actually like the Set pick a lot. It goes well against both either of those champs. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it. Just got my Dr. Pepper here. I'm good to go. All right. Here we go. Oh, let me turn the music off real quick. There we go.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
We don't have to press UON at the start of cast anymore. We just have to press N. The UNO start already.
Minions
Good luck. Should be a fun one. Really sad, pathetic trash talk here by my back is sore. Trying to get into their head early. Also, TP Yasuo. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. So it will be the Maokai top instead of the Trundle. I'm a little surprised by that, but I think it's fine. And then TP Ari as well. Cringe, but you know, whatever. I am a TP hater. TP Yasuo is sad. Exactly. I almost never take TP mid anymore. It's so like it's just not respectable behavior. Even on mages, I don't take TP usually. All right, in terms of runes, summon Aerie on Senna's a little interesting, but I think they sometimes they go that, so it's fine. Yeah, beyond that, everything else looks pretty typical. Conqueror for Trundle instead of Lose the Tempo, but I feel like either of those is totally fine. Both junglers starting topside. And sir, aren't you at work? You watching beer league streams at work, sir? I'm supposed to be helping your students cope with their struggles or whatever. I work from home. You're a school counselor, you get to work from home? That's crazy, dude. Cyber school OP? Oh, is it an online school only? I see. That makes more sense then. I'm like, damn, how are they going to go to the school counselor's office if you don't even have an office? But I guess if there literally isn't an office, so everything through Zoom. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. They did give JWM his set here, which I'm not thrilled about. It is easily his best champion, as far as I know, so definitely would not give that to him if you can help it. Zero's Raz is going for it. Honestly, they probably win this. But they're probably going to get both their flashes here. Nope. Trevor's not even going to flash. So first blood going on over to the Trundle. Yeah, you can't fight the Trundle early game. Trundle early game is crazy. He took all that damage at the beginning and still just turned in one anyway. So that champion is tough. I believe this is actually a slightly, this is a slightly different roster than the one that Ott was running last week, because we just played them. We on Team 2, and I'm pretty sure their support's different. And I think their top has a different name. I remember it being something like that, but Corky misclick? Yeah. Interesting W, right? You ever wonder if people who play Corky accidentally use their dash when they meant to use a different ability because they're not used to the dash being on W? Because every other champion, it's like on E, except for Vayne, I guess. But one of the old school champions where they just put the buttons on whatever. Misclick? Okay, fair enough. One of them was the same team except for JoJo. I was on their team last season. Yep, I remember. I remember. All in coming here in the top lane. Set definitely has advantage here, but the cute boy should be able to get away. And indeed he does. And he's going to get the cannon minion too. I call that a win. As long as he doesn't die here for it. Ooh. Ooh, nice juke there by Karma. But, double tier in the bot lane for one in Rome. Interesting. I don't know if you really need to go tier in either one of these champions. That is an interesting technical choice. Now here comes the Trundle gank. Pretty good pillar. Gonna get the Senna flash. Can he finish her off? I don't think so. And now they're gonna go have to turn on the Wukong. Nice flash by Karma. And Trundle's gonna have to back off. Not quite tanky yet. Ooh, and he's gonna get slowed. And will that be enough to secure the kill? No, it will. Oh! Ah! Oh, he just barely lives. That's what you get for not going damage early on. Instead of going tier on Seraphine. Could have got some kills. Who's inviting me to games? I heard that. There we go. Triple fear bot lane. Triple tier, yep. So many tiers. I do kind of wish that the client would not show me as just sitting online when I was casting, but it's not a big deal. All right, and we're going to get a nice fight here. Seraphine not here, so should be able to secure this dragon no problem here for Ott. Ooh, and Wukong here is actually really low. I'm kind of surprised that Ari didn't go for like a flash play, but I guess she was probably worried about the Wukong W. I did not pull out of work today, definitely not. No, me neither. I feel ya. Oh, JDO needs to be careful. Ooh. Yeah, not the, I think Maokai could have maybe gotten a kill there if he had not been standing behind the set. So Set couldn't have ulted out. Or at least he would have gotten his flash. But that is that's something that's kind of hard to think about in the moment. So I get it. I'm gonna get a gank here in the top lane by the Wukong. Director Cam really wants to watch bot lane for some reason. Okay, they're not gonna get Maokai, even with the help of the Senna ulti. Kind of surprised. Corki and Karma are really not controlling this lane early on as much as I thought they would, given the kind of the weak early lanes on both sides, but or on the other side. But maybe they're just playing safe. I kind of get that. I think everyone is a bit more risk averse when playing in Beer League, which is probably the smart call most of the time. No one wants to be the reason their team loses, you know? No one wants to be the guy who runs it down and so loses the team the game, so everyone just kind of chills out a little bit, I think. Which I prefer, honestly, because it means that the we don't have that many games that are decided by, you know, one team just getting super fed during lane phase. It usually comes down to which team groups and macros better, which is more interesting. Ooh, nice flash E into the ulti by Set, but Maokai able to W to a minion to actually dodge a lot of that damage and get out of the tower. With skipping it without flash is impressive stuff for Maokai there. So not a lot of chance to do that, but Maokai is one of them. And now a gank's coming in the top lane. They should have the damage to kill Maokai here, I would think. Indeed they do. Only the second kill of the game here at 11 minutes. Very low kill game so far. Wow, this Wukong champion is OP. True. What's up, Bernie? Welcome to the stream. I believe the plan is Seaman Moss is going to cast our series like right after this one ends, I think. Or pretty close to it. So, there you go. Looking forward to watching that. Nice, can't come right in the mid lane. Are they able to? Oh, the charm does not quite land, but they're still going to get enough damage in. That Trundle damage with Triforce is no joke, and Yasuo's going to go down. That's going to be second dragon going. I hope that was just my speakers. That sounded not good. Oh yeah, that'll be dragon number 2 going on over to Ott. And getting those early dragons is always nice because it gives you options as the game goes on. So. Tier on the Maokai as well. We got 4 tiers in this game. That's wild. I feel like you definitely don't need tier on Maokai, but it doesn't hurt. That Thimble Winter is nice once you have it. But I enjoy some Maokai myself. I prefer just getting tankier faster other than tier, but that's my personal preference. Oh. Now what you can do, that's Maokai in this matchup, if you're quick with it. Oh, gank coming in. Do they have the damage to finish him off? No, they don't. And then Set's actually going to take a tower shot and barely survive. What I was going to say is what you can do as Maokai, if you think ahead a little bit, is actually they're going to dab him. I keep trying to talk about stuff, but Trundle is here to stop this play from happening. And he is much stronger than the Wukong at this moment in time because he has Triforce already. So he's going to go ahead and get him here easily. Nice counter gank here by Hero Stratos, realizing that they're setting up for the dive. All right. Now, what I was going to say is because your Maokai W makes you untargetable during the cast time. So what you can do while fighting the Set is that you can wait until he's going to do his W on you and then just dodge it with your W if you time it right. So pretty important Maokai mechanic to dodge big burst with your W if you can. But he's handling it quite well regardless. You know, 1 death because of a gank. Only down about 10 CS. That's not bad at all. Now Seraphine's getting started on her 2nd tier. Oh boy. We're going for the double tier Enchanter Seraphine build. Okay. I don't know how good it is objectively in terms of balance. I imagine it's probably pretty good, but subjectively, as in my personal opinion, I think it's disgusting. Build AP. You're an AP carry. That's just my personal bias showing. That has nothing to do with objective balance whatsoever. I enjoy some Seraphine bot myself, and I go full AP. of interesting that Maokai seems to be maxing E second. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do now. I've always just maxed W second, but maybe E's better. Damage, cooldown. No, I think I'd still rather just have W second, but I can see the argument for E. Yasuo haters rejoice with this inevitable loss. You think so? You think Yasuo's going to lose this game? Is that what you're feeling, Mr. Foulmind? All right. Trundle's going to catch out Wukong here again. Definitely not quite as far ahead as he was before, but definitely still stronger. Can Ari land the charm? No. Nice juke by Wukong here. You can only hope, indeed. Trundle's going to go for Yasuo here, going to pop the ulti. Oh, nice nice combo there by Yasuo, but actually probably would have been better to not ulti in. Trundle is, oh, he's whacking the clone, oh no. And Corki stuck in a really bad spot, and the 1-inch flash by Corki. And then going down in the river, kind of got separated from his team. Maybe not Max, yeah. I think on support, you probably put more points in it early because you can like use it for wards and stuff and bush control, but in top lane, I don't know. I think you'd just rather have the longer duration W, but I don't think it makes a huge difference either way. Most important part is getting your farm and showing up the team fights, and so far he's done that just fine. Look at the rest of the team comps. I hate to say it, but Yas might get there. Not a believer in Mao top, really. I actually think Maokai top is really underrated. And just the amount of like point and click CC and counter engage and playmaking with ulti. I think he's a really good champion. Criminally underused. I mean, the most suspect part of Maokai top is his laning, and he's doing just fine. So. Oh, Corki's going to go ahead and get caught out here. Ooh, does manage to juke the tornado at least, so he will live. He may have given my top laner a criminal matchup, TBH. Nah, bro, you did good. I mean, he's doing fine. He's doing just fine by the looks of it. If you're hanging in, if you're within, 10 farm as a Maokai top against a champion like Set, you're doing great. For what it's worth, Foulmind, I think most people agree with you. Maokai top isn't very common right now. So when I say that, I think that Maokai top is very underutilized. That's just my personal opinion, based on what I've seen of him and played of him. But he's not a very popular pick top lane, even though I think he should be. Just a hard matchup, yeah. Based personal bias casting, always. Personal bias is what you tune in for a Samurai Jack cast. Being objective, it's no fun. What's the point? You can't start arguments and chat with objective facts. It should have been rolled before because of the set, yeah. He's been handling himself, he's been handling himself well against the set. Objectivity is cringe, always back your stance, exactly. I haven't gotten to use my Season 4 anti-Mao top tech. What is your anti-Mao top tech, sir? Actually, maybe don't say that in chat, because we might need it later. You can tell me in our Discord. Gank coming in here in the mid lane. I don't think they're going to be able to finish up either one of them, although Ari might go for it. Flash Charm, but not quite able to land, unfortunately. Tough. Yeah, Ari's had pretty rough luck with the charms this game, but despite that, she's still doing quite well. Anyone here play the new Shiv? No, not. But I'm very much looking forward to playing it once it comes out on live, because it used to be a jungle main back in the day, and Shiv was by far my go-to jungler. So I look forward to trying out the new Shiv on and see how it feels. But yes, patches tomorrow night. So not quite there yet. I was surprised that Yasuo didn't take that ulti and try to go for a kill there, but I guess he is 0-3. This Maokai's got a lot of armor. 261 armor. Bring back Triforce Alistar top. There we go. I don't think that's ever coming back. Ever since they removed the ability to auto after his headbutt, I don't think Triforce Alistar's coming back. Can we get a champ gold check? Sure. About 1.2k for top. For Set. 900 for Trundle. 1.7k for Ari. Wow, yeah, this Yasuo was really behind. Dead even for AD carry and about 1,000 for support, so pretty even across the board. Only about a 400 goal lead here for Team OTT as a whole. Support champions are chained to bot, true. We're going to get a TP in here by the Yasuo, and unfortunately Ari's going to go ahead and be too far forward and get caught out here. Now the rest of the fight's going to go out, and Maokai OTT just has to try their best to get out of here, and it's not going to happen. Corki probably can survive, but the rest of them are going to go down here. Well, maybe Corki himself might not survive either. Okay, no. Oh, Maokai actually gets out as well. Okay. Oh, no, hold on. I'm not supposed to assume. He should be fine here. Should be fine. But, yeah, he's fine. Okay. But yeah, that will be Dragon going over to when in Rome. Ari, unfortunately, kind of losing track of where she was and gets caught out by the knockout combo. Weird time we had Alistar, Maokai, Shyvana, at least in the top lane. Dude, old-time league, man. Old-time league was built different, for sure. Also, like, real talk, this is only not really related, but it's kind of related, but old-time league itemization was really, really, really bad. Like, the reason champs like Renekton fell off so hard was because they just didn't have, like, items for their class, right? Like, their class items just didn't exist. So, like, you'd have Renekton going, like, Black Cleaver, Sunfire Cape, because, like, there just weren't Juggernaut items back then. So they had to build tank items and, like, the 1 or 2 damage items they could get. So Renekton would have, like, 250 AD max as the game went on. No wonder Renekton fell off so hard. But nowadays, every class has good items, so champions don't really fall off nearly as hard as they used to. Yep. And I think there were only there was only 1 flat armor pit on him, right? Or was it 2? I think there was Yumu's, which had crit on it also for some reason. And then Black Cleaver, which stacked for a while, but they may not stack. Yeah, I remember back when it was assassin itemization was so bad that Zed would go Blade of the Ruin King first. Because, like, there was just no assassin items to speak of. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of gapping over the game at the moment. Nice play in the top lane by OTT and able to grab the tower there. And Ari needs to be careful. One more tornado, she's dead. Brutalizer, yep. Yeah, the Brutalizer, I remember back then you used to stack Brutalizers because it was just so good. The Brutalizer we have today is definitely not the Brutalizer of back then. Less armor pen, less cooldown. But yeah. And back then, ADCs would cap at what, like 45% crit? They'd go static Shiv and IE, and that was it. That's been the real power creep over the years. Has been the items, not really the champions. I mean, obviously they've power crept some of the champions too, but you know, a lot of the good champions nowadays are not necessarily new champions. You know, I mean, how many of the champions in this game are 10 years old or more? Literally every champion on OTT is at least 10 years old, and Yasuo, Wukong as well. So I mean, champs are fine. But the items is how they get you. Or the items was what's gotten better over time. Ooh, nice ambush by Wukong. The knockup's gonna come in, but Yasuo not there yet, so no knockup follow-up. He is still causing a lot of chaos though, and big set ulti there to kind of force the rest of OTT back. Maokai not here, and now, ooh, very nice try by Ahri, probably saved both his and Corki's life there. Interrupt the Yasuo dash through the wave. Honestly, they're pretty lucky to only lose one there after how that fight started. Okay, they're pretty lucky to only lose two after how that fight started. Maokai's here. He's going to go ahead and ult. Needs to kill these minions, but not quite able to. And they're just going to have to, yeah. Maokai doing his best to keep him off this rest of his team. This is a very tanky boy, but he is not invincible. So we might be, I was gonna say we might look for an end angle, but I don't think they have they can't keep the minions alive long enough to end yet. Is Karma reworked 10 years old already? Well, I started playing in Season 4, at the start of Season 4, and she'd already been reworked, so it's at least 10 years old. It's probably closer to 12 years old. But, unfortunately, trying to get control of their jungle, but not able to. Trouble's going to end up going down here, and Karma as well. And Corki's going to go ahead and W into the Yasuo and Wukong, which I'm not going to recommend. Could be hazardous to your health. And, yeah, it should be third dragon here over for one in Rome when they feel like going over and getting it. We're starting at the end of Season 2, yep. Nope. I remember when I started playing, Yasuo had just come out, so he was plastered everywhere. All over like the client and stuff. And you could never play him because he was always banned. One in Rome definitely just from their catches these last few fights definitely really starting to pull away here this game. You know, double diadem of songs for the bot lane. I kind of wonder if this is worth it on Senna. Is it worth it over Mira Mana? Yeah, I mean it's done 2,000 healing, I suppose. Alright. Ooh, nice killer pick there by the Trundle. Gonna go ahead and grab the Seraphine. And now they're actually gonna go ahead and move on a dragon here, number 3 here. When in Rome being a little cute in the enemy base and not grabbing the dragon while they have the chance. That's actually a really good dragon for OTT to get now, because it means they can... Next dragon will be a lot less dangerous for them. Yasuo, however, has reached that big 3-item power spike here. 100% crit, 300 AD. He does big damage to anyone he can reach. So, oop. Karma's going to go ahead and get caught by the thing here. Wukong looking for a play. Okay, Dustle comes in, but only on the Trundle, but it's enough, and Trundle's gonna go down. Trundle wasn't able to get his ulti off, so no extra durability stats for him. That is the downside of Trundle if you don't get your ulti off. Yep. All right, and that should be Baron here. For when in Rome, they should be able to just grab Baron and end here, I think, or maybe they'll try to end without it. Yeah, they said, all right, they got 3 dead, we're gonna try it. Okay, they do have a Superman here, that'll make it a lot easier. Okay, and yeah, that will be game 1 here in favor of one in Rome. Classic 0-5 Maokai top. I mean, that's not Maokai's fault. It's just Maokai was trying his damnedest. It's just that when in Rome kept getting good engages and picks, and when you're a tank, there's not, you know, he was holding the front line valiantly, but there's only so much he can do. So tough loss there for Ott. They hung in there for a long time, and eventually the when in Rome pick comp started to work itself out. So all right, let me go ahead and just get ready here for game 2. And they are going to swap sides here. Oh, that's not the right thing. I have to play fights differently after 21 minutes, definitely. You can afford to face tank a bit early on when you're Trundle, but once it's 5v5s, you have to be more careful because you're not a real tank. So, sup, Stone? You heard we won our game last night. No spoilers, bro. They're going to cast, or Simi Namas is going to cast it a bit later today, so no spoilers. Right, hold on, if I can remember what the fuck I'm doing here. Here we go. All right, here we are going into game 2. When in Rome, they have swap sides. Ott wants red, so when in Rome, Lucian first pick, okay. And then yonks the Nami from him. They don't want the Lucian Nami. But they're going to go Jinx Nami instead. Still pretty good combo. And then Braum for the Lucian. That was the OG Lucian combo. Lucian Braum back in the day. And then Nidalee coming in for my Backusaur. Interesting, okay. He has been known to play Nidalee, but has not played as much this season, so that could be interesting to watch. And then Jarvan and Nivea coming in for Ott. Jarvan always a good pick, in my opinion. Then Kindred release and you turn to a cringe jungler, indeed. All right, and then Tom Kench for when in Rome. It's going to be a Tom Kench top lane. Interesting. Okay. And then Yone, last pick mid lane. Against the Anivia, it's not a bad matchup for Yone. Victor buff waiting room. Do you think Victor buff is bad? He's still fine to me. And then last pick Shen. Interesting. So having last pick for a Shen for Ott is kind of wild, but you know, maybe they felt that was just, they wanted him to run out the comp. So I do think he will be some value here. Keep the enemy die from killing his backline, so makes sense. You still prefer the Braum and Lucian, but your joints hurt too. I feel ya. All right, go ahead and load into game 2 here. We'll see if Ott can rebound here, or if When in Rome can finish them off. Rune check here, everything looks standard. Did When in Rome pick both win shitters if they so they are banned me for life? They did. They didn't pick them in the same game.
To Summoner's Rift.
Gakmaster, are you the support? Are you I'm sad and alone?
Minions have spawned.
Or was past tense here? Were you the guy who played sport for them last week? Yeah, I am. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, we try to cast all the games here, or all the BLS games. Sometimes some slip through the cracks, but in general, we try to get them all. Draft overlay still on? Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying that. I would have sat here, silly, the whole time for like 10 minutes, not noticing, but thank you. Streamers, that's why it's important to pay attention to chat. Sometimes you miss stuff if you don't pay attention to chat. Okay. Boy, hold it. Did I not switch it? Hold on. Is it just taking a... It's just taking a... The stream's just way behind. Okay. It's the really cute Maokai. Q-Boy, did you change your name from last week? Am I tripping? Like, I swear we just played you and that was not... Q-Boy was not your name last week. It was similar, but it wasn't that. Ooh, early all-in coming in by the Q-Boy. That's going to be a solo kill for the Shen. That Shen early game damage is pretty nasty. You got to be careful, especially if he has that Ignite. I think I was on this account for last week. Oh no, I remember. Your account last name was I'm really cute. That's what it was. Or maybe you... That's the one I researched anyway. Maybe you played on this one. I actually don't remember. But yeah, early solo kill here for the Shen. And I'd actually... Did Jarvan kill the enemy jungler? What happened? Did I miss that while I was messing with stuff? Let's see. Oh, I see. Nidalee's doing some degen jungler behavior and opts to go to her blue buff with no health. I see, and Hero Stratos pays attention, and I'll be honest, I'm still shocked he's able to get the kill on Nidalee here, but well played. Did Nidalee smite her buff early to try to kill it faster? She absolutely did. That is tough. Yeah, that is the risk of smiting early for sure. Oh, yeah, first blood over to Jarvan. Good awareness there by Mr. Hero Stratos, taking advantage of that. And good job by them guarding this jungle entrance here so they could chunk Nidalee in the first place. And then solo kill top we saw, so we'll go ahead and get to where we were. Alright. Nidalee not deterred, gonna head right towards that blue buff. Oh, gonna hit by the Jinx W. Do they have the damage to make this kill happen? Oh, Jarvan doesn't have W yet. He can't slow. Makes sense. Usually they don't take that to level 4, so they are gonna go ahead and grab the Braum here. And Braum and Lucian trying to be good teammates to bail out their jungler, but the jungler's making some bad decisions at the moment. He's got to bail on this objective too, I think. Unless you can somehow kill the Jarvan here. Nope, the Nibia is saying, hey, not so fast. This Kravis Faker goes ahead and jukes the Jarvan EQ. If a Nibia was a baller, she could cancel the Nid jump with W. Is that actually possible? I feel like the Nid jump is too fast to do that, but maybe I'm wrong. I think Nid just needs to farm some camps at this point. Nah. I know my back is sore. He doesn't back down. He doubles down. But yeah, farming some camps would probably be a good idea. You'll get all your abilities, then maybe you can go look to being cute again. But for now, yeah, you gotta relax. Man. Fantastic start here for oh, and another solo kill in the top lane as well. I missed that. But yeah, Shen early damage is not a joke. Like that champion, like that amount of % HP magic damage combined with the grass. I mean, Shen fucking hurts early, and you got to be careful. I feel like Nid is a high roll jungler. Baseline is just unimpressive. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that. I am inclined to agree. I mean, I have seen Trevor's Nidalee before. It's good. Probably not as good as Pyrowan's, but it's still good. But it's definitely did not work out the way he was hoping this game. We're going to go ahead and pop the Anivia egg here, but Jarvan is here. They're going to just turn on Jarvan, which I think is the right call. See, actually, I think he's going to be able to get out. Indeed he is. But tough. This top looking to be in a suffering dimension. Yeah, it's not going so good. Yeah, because Shen's damage is % max HP magic damage, he chunks the shit out of any tank that's stacking HP. So... hold on, what happened over here? Dakasaur doing a little cheesy of his own, misses the spear, but ends up... He's going to end up finishing off Jarvan here, but goes down to the Anivia in return. Yeah, Nidalee is a Feast or Famine champion for sure. I enjoy Nidalee like spectate-wise, and I enjoy playing her too, but I get carpal tunnel if I play Nidalee for more than like 2 or 3 games. Not actual carpal tunnel, but like my wrists start getting fucking painful. The champion's APM requirements is just so high. Nice roam here by the Nami. I feel like Nami's getting a little too spooked. She definitely could have run that down the lane, I think. But I get it. Still, yeah, so great early game here for Ott. I only play Nidalee when I'm really feeling myself. Yeah, I only play Nidalee when I have LP to burn. That's when I play her. She is fun, but I enjoy playing her, but I'm definitely not good enough at her to justify picking her over other junglers. Not that my Nidalee is like terrible or anything, but you have to be really, really good at Nidalee for her to be worth picking. Oh, and Anivia trying to rotate to help her team, but is going to get caught out here by the Yone. Ooh, nice juke of the Nidalee spear. That's actually probably going to save her life. Indeed it will. Just don't walk back up and give it to him anyway. There you go. I'm missing another solo ball top. And whatever. He's got 3 already. He's making it mundane. Routine. Gotta not win lane so hard, cute boy, if you want us to see your solo kills. Speaking of solo kills here, it looks like Anivia is going to go ahead and get shish kebabbed here by the Nidalee. And well played by Nidalee, not just throwing the spear, instead going into melee range first. That's the big Nidalee tip I learned from the really good Nidalees, is that you throw your spear pretty much as little as possible. You don't rely on hitting the spear if you can help it, because it's a hard skill shot to land. Anivia versus Windshitter is such a bad matchup. It can be, yeah. I think you have to be... Versus Yone, it's pretty rough. Versus Yasuo, it's not too bad. You just have to not throw your R2 out in front. You gotta put it like underneath you, so that he has to stand in it if he wants to get onto melee range of you. But mid and top are trading suffering. I mean, I think Tom is suffering a lot more than Anivia is. Like, yeah, the CS difference is about the same, but you know, Anivia hasn't died 3 times, so Nidalee gonna go ahead and grab the Void Grubs here. It's actually still the same level as Jarvan, which is a testament to catch-up EXP. Oh, we're gonna go for Yone here. He does have ulti, so he should be okay. Actually, did get hit by the Jarvan EQ. And then the ulti comes through, not able to make it over the wall. Nidalee, not able to land. They are going to take down Anivia here, or take down Yone here, and then have the damage and durability take down Nidalee as well. Very unfortunate for Nidalee that spear missed, or that would be a completely different fight. Yes, I remember the old Nidalee spear. It did way more damage at long range, and it was like twice as wide for some reason. I'm going to go ahead and grab Dragon here. Pretty late for his Dragon. There's been a lot of scrapping around these lanes, to be fair. Namiel's going to come in. He's going to get eaten by the Braum. Braum does have ulti and W. He should be okay here. Now they're actually going to try to turn it. They have the damage to finish off the Jarvan. No, but now the Braum is going to come in. Double knockup. Ooh, and then land the Braum stun with the Lucian passive. That's going to be enough to secure the kill. Ooh. Nice quick flash by Nami there. Definitely would have died of that. Yeah, I mean, this is... That didn't look like a hit to me. Chat, what do you think? That looked like a miss, but we'll go ahead and look at it again. Okay, that looked like a clean dodge to me, but it does hit. So, I mean, the spear like hit him with the side of the spear, so that's tough for Jarvan. It looked like he juked it to me, but alas. And yeah, this is what Trevor does. He trolls early game, or he goes crazy early game. Half the time he trolls, but somehow he recovers and does fine anyway. So, I don't know how he does it. But oh god, he's going a bit crazy behind the tower here. Jinx not really paying attention, or else Nidalee would be in trouble right now. Looks like he went back to kiss it as it flew by. I mean, maybe. It must have just barely clipped the side of his hitbox, because it looked really like a miss. But I digress. Game has stabilized a bit here, 4-1 in Rome, now that Nidalee started finding some success. Yeah. Two-level lead on the Shen already. I'm actually surprised he's not up more levels, given how hard he's been stomping top lane. Oh, no, we got a gank coming down here in the bot lane. Braum's going to get caught out. Has W, but not able to get actually in range of his Lucian. Finally going to reach the minion. Ooh, the Jinx ulti not quite enough, but the flash auto is. Nice gank there by the Jarvan. We should be able to get some nice juicy plates here for the bot lane. They are worth less gold now. I don't know. Does anyone know like the like I know the value, the gold value of the plates goes down over time, but I have no idea like what the breakpoints are. So does anyone know in chat? Very interesting. Did he really need to do that? Hold on. And he's in, and then the moment he sees Nidalee, he flashes out. I mean, I guess he's afraid of getting Tom ulted and pushed into the Nidalee. You know what? I agree with the flash. I take it back. That was a good flash. 12 minutes, then 10 gold per minute. Oh, okay. Interesting. Thank you, Bernie. Does it have a minimum? Shen ulti's gonna come in here. Nice Shen ulti combined with the Jarvan. Nice CC combo. Tom's gonna have to use his ulti for defense to get out the Yone, but he's gonna go down himself. Not quite able to get the W off. It does get the Yone and Nidalee out, though, at least for now. Ooh, the immediate flash auto by the Jarvan. He wants blood, and I think he's going to find it. Nidalee goes down. Looks good for Ott. Yeah, great rebound game for Ott here. I think they kind of They did not push their early lead as hard as I thought they would, or as hard as I was hoping, but they're still in a really good spot. What else is a Fed Shen going to use a flash for? I don't know. I can't think of anything. I'm pretty sure that that flash is kind of pointless on Shen, to be honest. Can't think of any reason you'd want to have it. Nice gank here by the Jarvan. Nivea tanks the Yone ulti, but that actually pulls him out of tower. So I don't know if that was intentional, but it was smart. It's 11 to 15 minutes, losing 10 gold, 15 resist every minute. Okay. Is that just for first tower? Nidalee's going to go ahead. They finally managed to get the collapse on Nidalee. Only outers. Okay. What about the inner turrets? Does their value go down too, or does it just stay the same the whole time? Or like the other turrets, rather, not outers. I guess all of them have pleats except for the Nexus towers, I guess. This is the second series of Win and Roam back yesterday, right? Yes, they played Borbin Nasher in the morning, and won that series. And then this was their second series they played later in the day. Yeah, great spot for Ott. 2 dragons, 4.5k gold lead. Pretty solid across the board. Really no weak links for this team at the moment. How many ratings admins are there? That's actually a good question. I'm not sure. Did they say they're bringing Twisted Treeline back? I know Ryder had talked about the idea of it, but I'm not aware if they said they were actually going to do it for sure. Ram's going to go ahead and get caught out here. Does not have W, so that's the flash. The dev update made it known, I think. Oh, maybe. The Nami ult's going to come in, the zoning Nami ulti, and consider themselves zoned off of that side of the wave. Three or four rating admins, I think. I know it's Rihi, Siminomas, Vermilion, and Dakota, I want to say. I think those are the 4 that I'm aware of. I don't know if there's any more than that. Wow, they dive really deep to get that Nidalee. My goodness. Mine says 3 of them submitted. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This cutie in the top lane is a menace on the assassin top. I mean tank. I mean, when Shen gets fed, he does kind of feel like an assassin. And that damage is crazy. But Dakota was here earlier at the beginning of the stream, but so if he's still around, he'd be able to tell you if he's on the rating committee or not. He ends as a ninja. It is true. He is indeed a ninja. Oh, I don't know why I'm following Nami. Then Ned's gonna get caught out here. Has to flash over the wall to escape, but now the Namiel's coming to help follow up. Lands the bubble as well, but Jarvan decides to bail. Interesting. And now sad and alone is being left sad and alone. Thankfully, they're not able to get that stun proc off on her, or she would be dead sad and alone. And now Yonhere's on the side, no ulti, so he's just gonna collapse on and die. Now Nilly trying her best off on the side to make something happen, but just kind of gets stun locked here. It ends up going down. Shen here at the top lane, his ult is down. I assume he tried to ulti and got interrupted by the Tahm Kench. I didn't see it, but I'm assuming that's what happened. And this would be Dragon number 3 going over to Ott in a very commanding position now. Oh, and Shen might be in trouble. Oh, trying to juke the Braum Q, and Braum's not falling for it. He's holding it. Smart man. And that should be enough to get him here, I would think. Well, he's going to go ahead and E backwards into the Lucian. Almost one-shot him, but ends up getting CC train and going down. Probably gets that kill if Tahm Kench wasn't there to help with the CC. Nice try there by the cute boy to turn that, but alas. Too much CC. I'm curious, does Shen have the... No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the Axiom Archaeist. He has Biscuits and Approach Velocity. I mean, those are good too. Those are good too for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and catch out Umbreon, or catch out Anivia in the bot lane, but Anivia actually juking the shit out of him. All right, let's go ahead and see that again. Kind of missed the beginning of it, but this is clearly a well played because Yon is able to get into melee range, but manages to juke the R, and then juke the third Q as well. Fantastic footwork here by Umbreon. Doesn't even have to lose his egg. Woo! This cute guy seems like a formidable top laner. I mean, you landed against him last week, Bernie. What did you think? go ahead and catch up to Tahm Kench here. Should be able to grab this top inhib now. No way they can push into Anivia without Baron, so... Well, actually, looks like they're just going to go for Baron themselves. Nidalee's here trying to get into range to maybe steal this. Formidable. Yeah, I thought he did well. Any top laner that can handle himself against Bernie in lane is a good top laner. Because Bernie is a menace. Nidalee not able to get in range, so Baron does go the way of Ut. They just kind of chill, push out lanes a little bit, and chill and wait for this Dragon Soul. What did Cute Boy play against us last week? He played Kennen. I remember that. And what was the other two? What did he play the other two games? I literally can't remember. Shen and Mundo? That's right. Yes, I remember Shen and Mundo. I remember the Kennen because we kept getting butt blasted by it. So I swear Shen's okay. I mean, Set is tough for Set's tough for a lot of top laners to deal with. He's a really strong champion, so against any sort of like melee only champion. Plus, you know, Bernie's really good, so every top laner struggles against Bernie to some extent. Even me. He gave me a hard time last season when I was the most expensive top laner in the league, so... Ooh, nice engage here by Jarvan. Shen was going to come in to save him, and now the secondary engage from the Shen. And now When in Rome is in retreat, and Nevia finally here. Tahm Kench is going to go ahead and W in, not able to land the knock-up on anybody. And now Tahm Kench is stuck in a very rough place. Shen's going to get another TP in. Tom is going to actually eat the illusion, but that actually just puts him more in danger. If you give him what he wants, he loves it, which is a face to punch. Indeed. Set does love punching people in the face. That is true. I don't know. I like Set a lot. I think Set's a really good champion because you win most melee matchups. You can survive ranged matchups because of all your sustain. And in team fights, you know, you got your ulti, you got your W. Like, you have a big impact in lane and in team fights. So I think Set is just super solid. I don't think it's a coincidence that we have a few top laners in Beer League that are well known for their Shen, so, or for their Set. So, especially in Beer League, because obviously Set's really good. Set's really good against teams with tanks, and basically every team has at least one tank in Beer League. So, Nivea gonna kind of get caught out a little bit here, kind of just have to be left behind. We'll never forget you, Anivia. 1,000 gold to the Lucian. Tough. Well, no, they're going to have to try to go for this Dragon Soul without their mid laner, but Tahm Kench is kind of stuck top lane at the moment. Tahm Kench wave clear, not very good, so he's probably not the one you have to want clearing this, but he's the only one with TP, so he kind of has to be it. He's the guy, whether he likes it or not, and Jarvan, very, very strong. He's just kind of going in there and taking care of business, mostly by himself. Obviously, he has Nami behind him, but they're going to go ahead and force When in Rome away from the pit. That will be Mountain Soul going over to Ott. 10k gold lead now. They just got to close it out. This next play I'm not proud of. Okay. Okay, let's see it. Are you gonna Ooh, you getting juked? Ooh. The failed jump by the Nidalee, not able to make it over the wall. Chasing to the ends of the earth. Hey man. That's one less defender in their base. I think that's worth it. there any more satisfying feeling in League than when someone really wants to back and you just don't let them? That shit is great. Okay. Yeah, very strong bounce back here from Ott after a tough game 1 loss. So I'm always interested to see how teams do after they lose game 1. You know, do they rebound and bounce back in game 2, or do they kind of just lose even harder than get discouraged and lose even harder than they lost the first game? You know. And the AOE Storm of Pain coming in from the Anivia Jinx Jarvan, and yeah, that'll probably be game here. And indeed it will, barring something extraordinary. And they're going to go ahead and try to spit Shen into the fountain, but not quite able to reach. Going to chase for kills, pad the stats. And that will be game 2 over in favor of Team Otter. Or is it Team Ottitude? I actually don't remember exactly. But yeah, well played to Team Ott. Huge rebound game there for game 2, so we're headed to game 3. And a lot more game 3s. Inland Otters, that's right, I remember. And yeah, a lot more game 3s this week. So good job to the Beer League teams. I don't know if it's because people trolling or stepping up at game 2, but either way, I'm glad to see it. 2-0 sweeps are kind of meh, but game 3s are always fun. So we'll go ahead and hop into game 3 here. When in Rome decides they want red side back. All right. Otters are a top-tier mammal. True. All right, and here we go. First pick Ashe for Team Otter. Okay, interesting choice. And then the Mel counter pick, or the Mel pick for When in Rome. Mel, once again, a high-priority pick by the looks of things. And then Jace. Interesting. Okay. Now, don't see a lot of Jace in Beer League. Otters have no predators. Is that actually true? I don't know. Then Kennen and Nautilus coming in for Ott. So already the makings of a strong engaged team. This is looking very similar to the team that we lost into in game 2 last week. And Poppy, I like the Poppy. Poppy's always kind of a nice frontline option for your team, and then Galio as well. Okay, so they're picking good counter engage here for When in Rome. And then Orianna to go with the Kennen and the Nautilus, smart. And then Viego coming in for the Ott to kind of come in and get the resets. Okay, I see the vision. I like it. And then last pick 4, When in Rome, they're going to go with the Malphite. That's interesting. That's going to be Malphite against Kennen. Now, unless they take it mid, I guess. But I guess it could be Malphite jungle too, actually. It could be Malphite jungle, Galio mid, Jace top. That would probably make more sense. But I guess we'll see once we get into game. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and load into game 3 here. And oh boy, I try not to look before I load to the games, but I saw a glimpse of the game duration before I loaded, so strap in. We're gonna be here a while. And oh, interesting. So it's gonna be Jace mid and Galio top. I mean, I still like that as well. It shows enough to see who wins as well. Really? Does it show enough on the sides? I thought I thought it would show. I thought the middle part of the draft thing would block it, but I guess not. So, oops. We'll pretend you didn't see it. So I didn't see who won this game. I just saw that it was a really long game. So I guess I'll be surprised. Rune check here. Everything looks pretty typical. Yep, everything looks pretty standard. You can see the profile reviewing if it says victory or defeat. I did look away. Oh, I see. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, I will try to keep that in mind from now on. I didn't realize you guys could see that part. Try hard viewer. True. Somebody ban this guy, please. Don't ban this guy. I appreciate him pointing that out because I didn't realize that you could see it. I thought the draft screen would cover up enough, but it does not. I think the old one did from last season with draft lull, but I think the new one isn't quite wide enough in the middle, so you can still see it. No, that is good to know. I will have to switch to the start screen when I'm doing that stuff. That or preload the I need to preload the match while we're looking at the that draft, so that I don't have to open the client at all. I think Viego has good angles in comp as well. It can. I feel like Viego is very... Ooh, nice solo kill there in the top lane by Cube Boy, taking the Night Top once again and getting value. Stream during normal hours, bro. Bro, it's 3:45. Wake up. Come on, let's go. Another Ignite top W. Is the stream frozen for you guys too, by the way, or is that just my phone? My phone being a piece of shit. I think it's just my phone, but... Yeah, just you? Okay, that's good. That's better. Yeah, my phones haven't been having trouble streaming Twitch lately, which is annoying, because that's what I use to watch for chat and stuff. Okay. I did consider streaming a little bit later, but I know that Simino Mosh wants to stream later as well, so we would be competing too much for time if we both did it, so figured we'd just get it done early. And I'm not dropping frames, right? Nope. Okay, good. The stream itself is fine, it's just my phone being a piece of shit. Got it. Stream looks good. Okay, good. And I could tell you from experience, this Ashe Nautilus lane is scary. Like, their all-in potential is so high. As soon as you get, if you get hit by a Nautilus hook and once you get tagged by Ashe, you're fighting to the death pretty much. So that is tough. I love Ashe bot regardless of its actual merits. True. I own way too many Ashe skins, despite the fact, or given the fact that I don't really play ADC very often, and I don't play her when I do play ADC. But I just have tons of Ashe skins for some reason. So, oops. I did finally stop buying the new ones, though, so I can give myself credit for that. For a while, I had, like, all the Ashe skins, and I was like, no! I don't play this role, I don't play this champion, stop buying Ashe skins. Show some self-respect. Now it's the Caitlyn skins I get all of, so, slightly different. That champion I actually do play often enough to justify buying skins. Wow, I'm really surprised that stun for Poppy there, but Nautilus is a tanky boy, he'll be just fine. And that should be a kill here on the Poppy, indeed it will, that's what I mean. Once you get tagged by that Ashe auto attack, you're not getting away. And meanwhile, it really wants to watch top lane. And again, is Penny gonna have enough damage to get the kill? Ooh, manages to block the Galio dash, so he will indeed get the kill. Arrow is such a good ability. It gives so much dopamine from hitting it. True. Although when I play with Ashes and solo queue, I tend to not have much dopamine because they always fucking miss. This is the new Ashe skin, by the way, right? Like the firecracker one? I think so. Yeah, it looks like it. Kind of looks wintry themed though too. If I don't mind, are you a player on one of these teams? I think I might have asked you that before, but I don't remember if I did or if you told me. Not one of these teams specifically, but one of like a beer league team. I actually don't remember. No, I just know Rihi and some other players. Okay, gotcha. Well, that's cool. No, I like the idea of having viewers that from out who aren't actually in beer league. I think that'd be. I played one beer league match forever ago. Gotcha. No, I think it would be really cool if beer league ever like grew to the point that we started having viewers from outside of the actual beer league. I think that'd be really fun, but I doubt it'll ever happen. But it'd be neat. I'm gonna go for a gank here in the mid lane. Nice Orianna ulti. And instead of trying to flash away, Jace goes in. Combine that with the Malphite, is going to be able to secure the kill. I'm just noticing this is a electrocute Malphite, so this is going to be an AP Malphite. Well, actually, no. No, it's tilt tank Malphite, but he does have electrocute. I guess that makes sense. You go electrocute Ultimate Hunter in the jungle, right? So, yeah. And he did not agree with that ability hitting, apparently. So, wow, only 91 damage with electrocute. I think that's his first time proccing it in 8 minutes. That's tough. The hook was nasty. That's how you know when you made it big, yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun. But as it stands, I think, the beer league stream serves its purpose. We have a bunch of regulars, we average probably 20-something viewers per stream. That's really good, I think. I do not approve of the electrocute Malphite. Yeah, I kind of get the thought pattern, I guess, but I don't know. I feel like even then, I think you'd still probably rather have like Hail Blades maybe, or Dark Harvest. But I don't know. Bandle Pipes Rush or Malphite Jungle. This is some wild stuff, guys. This is some wild stuff. And Viego's gonna come over to the bot lane and start doing Viego things. And yeah, that is the. I don't think Viego has the pop-off crazy 1v5 potential like he does in solo queue, but resets are definitely a very powerful competitive play mechanic if you can get them going. It's basically like having an extra champion every time you get one, right? I'm gonna go for a gank here on the Poppy, or on the Orianna. Poppy holding her E until the end, but holds it for too long and actually ends up going down, and Ori's gonna survive. A nice counter gank, or nice counter roam by the Nautilus, able to make sure she doesn't go down. Yeah, Nautilus hooks are something else for sure. They're kind of wild. I don't know about support Poppy. I mean, I've seen support Poppies go crazy in games. Like, I think that champion just has really powerful roams, and if you can get the angle, obviously really good playmaking as well. But yeah, as terms of support, she doesn't do the normal things you'd usually want a support to do. So it can be. I mean, there's a lot of supports that I like that, to be fair, and whether or not they work is very situational. Dragon going on over to When in Rome. Very late first Dragon here this game. They're down about 3k, but they do get the Dragon. Looking for a gank here in the top lane, and flash for Galileo. He's gonna get hit by the Viego stun. Nice job by Viego to go through the taunt with his ulti, although I don't know if he needed to. But it's still a good habit to get into. Use your ulti to dodge CC like that. There we go. Viego up to 5-0 already. Oh boy. Meanwhile, gank here in the bot lane. Ashe already down. Hold on. What did I miss? Ooh, no. She's getting, she's taking, no, you can't be taking all these Mel abilities. She just ends up getting blasted before the jungler even arrives. And now Malphite's here. I don't even think he's going to need to use his ulti to get this. Hell yeah, dude. That's the I showed up, thanks for the assist gank right there for Malphite. And that's actually kind of relevant for Malphite too, because he's got Ultimate Hunter, so getting that stacked up is important. Importante. Honestly, big props so far this series to Umbra on level 100. I don't know what they're rated. I don't remember them being rated very high, but they've held their ground. They've held their own really well so far this series against a pretty good mid laner and really bad Zed. So props to Umbra on level 100. They've played quite well. I don't always say negative things. I criticize a lot and critique a lot, but I also compliment a lot. Umbreon is a top-tier Mon, also accurate. That special defense stat, crazy. Or is that Vaporeon? And no, none of you in chat start with the Vaporeon bullshit. I know some of you were thinking it, but no. No. Don't do it. I'll ban you. I'm serious. I won't ban you, but I'll threaten it. Ooh, gank coming in here on the Kennen. He has too much CC for Kennen to deal with. He's going to go down. And now Diego's here, and he's got Orianna right behind him. Has to blow flash. Orianna's going to go ahead and get the kill on Malphite. And Viego's going to go ahead and try to go for the storm. Actually uses his ulti to dodge the Galio knockup. And then is able to go ahead and get the thing. Subscribe to my channel, get subs. There you go. Such a selfless Ashe arrow. I always have mixed feelings about Ashe arrows, and yes, WIR Rebellion, Nautilus ulti is not a projectile, even though it kind of looks like one, so you cannot reflect it. Tough. Looks like Umbreon is 4.5, I think. Is he? I thought it was 3.5, but we just played them last week, but I could be wrong. I could be misremembering. Someone on Team Ott want to enlighten me? What point value is Mr. Umbreon level 100 here? Is Mel really even with 4 kills? I mean, she's up 1.3k on Ashe. I see a lot of people go Sork shoes on, or not Sork shoes, Lucidity boots on Mel, and I really disagree with it. I think Mel is at least right now, I think Mel is a full-on burst champion, and I think trying to play away from that is just not understanding the champion, in my opinion. It says Umbreon Lover is 4.5. Okay. ADC upping in mid. Okay, wow. I mean, it's still very good. I've been very impressed with their play. They've had good mechanics and decision making so far. I've been impressed. But yeah, no, I think with Mel you have to go for like you have to play for the burst. You go Ludens, you go Sork Shoes, you know, you go like Storm Surge or whatever for the other item. I think that's just how you have to play her. But that's just my opinion. You don't have to listen to me if you don't want to, or you don't have to heat it if you don't want to. Speaking of heating, they're telling him to get out of their jungle, and Viego's going to go down and feed 1,000 gold shut down to Malphite. So that's not recommended. Definitely not recommended here for... That's right. I remember I was researching Umbreon, and they didn't really play mids. I couldn't find many mids on them because they were an AD carry main. I remember now. Yes. The lack of ADC on Whenever will be an issue going forward. I'm inclined to agree, yeah. Yeah, their burst is good, but their late game DPS could be an issue.